I guess now we have enough participants. We can start the event now. Nidhi?
Yes, sure. Now we can start the event. So, hi everyone. A very good evening to all of you present here. Firstly, I would like to introduce myself. I am Nidhi, a final year undergraduate from the Department of Electrical Engineering, and also I am currently serving as a joint secretary in WIE IEEE ZHCET. And I'm your host for today's event. And as we all know that we have gathered here for the speech competition, which is going to be held among the school students. So, I would like to introduce all of the participants to the judge of the today's event. That is Dr. Shirley Verghese, ma'am, and she's an assistant professor in the Language Lab ZSCT. For a kickstart to this event, I would like to address Dr. Shirley Verghese, ma'am, to ask her if she wants to say something motivational to all our participants.
I would better say that best of luck to all the participants. Be stick to your topic. That's all. Go for it, and all the best to the participants. Be confident. Be goal oriented. That why you have come here. Then everything is on your way round. Okay.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And we also would like to thank you for accepting our request to judge this event on a very short notice. It really means a lot. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so starting with the event, I would first like to inform all the participants that during the speech recitation, you all have to keep your cameras on, and also firstly you have to introduce yourself. And also, I think that all of the participants are aware of the time limit, that is 2 + 1 minutes. Okay, so starting with the competition, firstly I would like to call the first participant, that is Farha Naz. Is Farah here?
Yes, I am.
Farah?
Yes.
Okay. So, Farah, the stage is yours. You can start with your speech.
Okay, thank you. My name is Farnaz. I am currently pursuing 12th from Senior Secondary School Girls AMU, and I have opted for PCM with computer. My enrollment number is GM 5273. So, respected members of the jury and dear friends, good evening. Today, on the auspicious occasion of Gandhi Jayanti, I am honored to deliver a speech on the topic Gandhi's vision of education in India. The year was 1945. The conference at Sevagram characterized the education for all as the national education policy. Do you know who put forward this idea? It was none other than our national great leader, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Gandhi emphasized on an education policy that would lead to the mental, physical, spiritual, and social upliftment of the child. He also introduced the concept of 3H in education, which is hand, heart, and toe. He was one of the strong believers that the basic foundation of education should be on moral views, which should be the truth, non-violence, uh, and moreover, it should be patriotism. As Gandhi said, education is education which does not uplift a character is absolutely worthless. Therefore, he characterized as education which is character centered. Gandhi put forward an education policy known as Bunyadi Shiksha. The main features of Bunyadi Shiksha are first of all, the education for child group age 6 to 14 should be compulsory. Moreover, the learner should be imparted education in their mother language, and the study of Hindi should be compulsory. The work and study should go hand in hand. Moreover, he said that work and knowledge go hand in hand. I would like to emphasize on the fact that he said that rather than bookish knowledge, we should impart education by learning. The main motto of his education policy was learning by doing and earning by doing. As the present scenario, we can see the education system has improved a lot, but we can also say that it has demolished. The child has been left without a skill. We need to incorporate the ideals of Bunyadi Shiksha, as this will help us with the current situation. And moreover, as we can see, as we have found in science, if we can learn a thing, understand a thing better if we do an experiment again and again, and we do the experiment by ourselves. This was the main motto of Gandhian ideology. If we do something by ourselves, we realize it better. So therefore, let on this Gandhi Jayanti, let us pledge that we learn a skill by ourselves and focus more on character building. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Farah. Now you can unmute yourself and can turn off your camera. The next participant I would like to call is Yuvraj Singh. I think that Yuvraj is not present here. Yuvraj, am I audible to you?
He's here in the meeting, but there's some issue, I guess. Okay, no problem. We'll get back to him later.
Okay, so we'll move on to the next participant, that is Abuzar Saeed. Abuzar, am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible to me. Good evening.
You can start with your speech.
Good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, my name is Abuzar Said. I'm a student of Sayyid Hamid Senior Secondary School, and I'm present here to honor a speech on this auspicious and enthusiastic evening on Gandhi Jayanti. Of Gandhi Jayanti. So the main Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi or Mahatma Gandhi on his early days of life visioned, has a vision education with um, ma'am, I'm audible to you.
Yes, completely.
Okay. Has realized that education is very important or is much needed in Indian society and the society of this world, because there were many discriminations in caste and many things. Uh, Gandhi has focused on mainly on vision. Ga- Gandhi has focused mainly on the skilled skill centered education. That for that he has started by training the students of Sabarmati Ashram, by training the student of Sabarmati Ashram, and he also focused on encourage the schools for handicraft and skills like tailoring and art and craft and many more character buildings thing like moral values, moral sciences. And the another vision of M.K. Gandhi was education should be made free for everyone and it's accessible to all the people of the country. And but unfortunately our government and many government has tried in their own ways and applied many policies, but unfortunately they are unable, they are mainly unable to implement on the ground level. So I conclude by saying saying a saying of Gandhi that education which does not teach us to discriminate between good and bad, to assimilate the one and eschew the other, is a minor number.
Abuzar, are you done with your speech?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much, Abuzar. Now you can turn off your mic and turn off your camera as well. I would like to call the next participant, that is Muhammad Ali.
Ma'am, is that Muhammad Mudassir Ali?
Oh, let me check once. No, it is Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad आगे मैम.
It's only Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali. We have him in the meeting. He just left. I am able to see that. MD Ali.
He has joined again. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Mohammed, are you ready with your speech? I think that I'm not audible to him. Mohammed, please turn on your mic.
Yes, ma'am.
You can
Now
start with
it
your
is
speech.
clear.
Yes, you are audible.
Yes. Good evening to all the members. As you all know that today is Gandhi Jayanti, and we are performing a speech competition on Gandhi vision of education in India. I, Muhammad Ali, from Sayyid Hamid Senior Secondary School. I am the student of humanities. So I am starting my speech that Gandhi's vision to education is unique. He was the first Indian who advocated a scheme of education based upon the essential values of Indian culture and civilization. Gandhi's philosophy of education is naturalistic in its setting, idealistic in its nature, and its aim and pragmatic in its method. Gandhi's idea on education is very innovative. His ideas of vocational education was so unique, even nowadays being promoted by the government. His aims of education was divided into two categories. The first is immediate aims of education. In immediate aims of education, there are many terms like vocational aim, cultural aim, character building, dignity of labor, and another aspect is ultimate method of education. This aim is for realize. This aim is for realize ultimate aim of education to God and self-realization. Gandhi's Gandhi also contributed for women education. Gandhi was protagonist of women's education. He wanted to free women and social serfdom. He opposed the Parda system and enforced widowhood. According to Gandhi, it is only education which can empower women in such manner that she can be able to uphold. Gandhi also came to a scheme that Gandhi's greatest gift in this sphere of education is known as Vardha scheme of education or Nai Talim. For Gandhi, education is the meaning of realizing Sarvadya, that is upliftment for all education. Education of Gandhi is the method of bringing silent and non-violent revolution in society. According to Gandhi, an education which does not teach us discriminate between good and bad, to assimilate the one and eschew the other is a misnomer. Gandhi said that education is the potent weapon to liberate human being all the vices. The Varda Committee report on education in 1937 headed by Zakir Hussain. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ali. Okay, so the next participant is Adnan Shahani.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Gandhiji says that the biggest thing we require to make our democracy functional is not knowledge of facts but right education. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi barakatuh. Myself, Adnan Shani, a student of class 12 AMU City School, and I'm eternally grateful to all the organizers for giving me an opportunity to speak here in this great platform about a man who have always been an inspiration for me as well as the whole nation, whose thought process and practices have always been an inspiration for people of every age group. Today, 2nd October, in this auspicious occasion of Gandhi Jayanti, I am being told to speak on a very significant topic, that is Gandhiji's vision of education in India. Gandhiji's role or importance in education is very unique in the sense because he was the first person who attempted to bring an indigenous concept of education in British India. Because he felt that Britishers brought out an education system which is imperial and which is non-native. He also felt that this form of education is bringing a class consciousness and class discrimination in the society. Also, he felt that these form of education is bringing a crave for Western materialistic lifestyle amongst the society. He advocated that interaction should be in mother tongue in the classroom. He also advocated that learning should be done by doing or learning should be done by experience. Basically, he propagated the idea of practical education rather than theoretical education, which unfortunately is our Indian education system promotes the most. Gandhiji basically wanted that children should get all-round development by education. As he himself was the biggest ambassador of humanity, peace, and non-violence, he says that education should be a tool to bring uh, to bring harmonial development in the minds of in the minds of So one more important thing which Gandhiji used to say always is that education should lead to economic independence as well as self-reliance for good livelihood. I feel that we should adapt his thought process because it is the need of the hour. Also, I feel that the new education policy somewhere have many characteristics of the Gandhian model of education. So I hope that the government implements this policy as soon as possible. And with this, I would like to end my speech by quoting a very inspiring line of Gandhiji himself, that live as if you are to die tomorrow and learn as if you are to live forever. Thank you, and have a good day all. And sorry for the interruption.
Nidhi, please unmute yourself.
Sorry. Thank you so much, Adnan. The next participant is Adnan Nasir.
Hello everyone. Good evening everyone. I am Adnan Nasir from class 12th and I read in Sayyid Hamid. Today on 2nd October Gandhi Jayanti, I would like to say something about a personality who was the nation builder of our country, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi stands apart from everyone. His ideas not only in education but in other sectors as well stand apart. During the pre-partition time, when everyone in India was afraid of the Britishers, with their ideas, with their modern education, with their skills, Gandhi came forth. He came before it and said that this was not the thing with the Britishers. They came. The modern ideas. We should adopt the modern ideas of the Britishers. His roots were in Hinduism. His roots were as deep in Hinduism, and his head was as high as the modern ideas. In a country like India, where we live diversely, where we have a kind of big deal in diversity in caste, in religion, Gandhi came forth with it and said that the education was the foremost thing for the Indians. He said that the education is not of the appearance, not of the appearance, status, and money. It's about the spirituality of a child. It's about the behavior. His philosophy was to characterize a person, to differentiate him from an animal. Gandhi said that the literacy was not education, that if a person is differentiated from others, it should be on the basis of education, which is that he should be educated in his daily life. He said that his life was a message. It was a message for everyone, and I would like to conclude with his thought, with his ideas, that we are what we become. That means we are our thoughts. If we stand today here, we are what we think, and we are our thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Adnan. The next participant is Mohammad Ghalib Hussain.
Ma'am, can I deliver my speech? Sorry to interrupt, but can I?
Okay, you can. Okay, so after Arisha, we'll continue the serial number wise, according to serial number. Okay? Arisha, you can start.
Assalamu alaikum. On this eventful evening of 2nd October, Gandhi Jayanti, I, Risha Jamal, the student of class 12th of senior secondary school, is here with today's topic, that is Gandhi's vision of education in India. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, the father of nation, commonly known as Bapu, nearly inspiration to all. He said that if we want to reach the real peace in this world, we should start educating children. He focused for the development of peace, creating a harmonious society. He thought that education is closely associated with socio-economic development of the society. So work and knowledge must go hand in hand. Here the work has been emphasized, that with the knowledge work must also be imposed in the education system of the society, so that the country must be developed. Today the world is suffering from the immense crisis from many sides: crimes, conflicts, hatred, distrust, violence, we can say unemployment, poverty, hunger, pollution to environment, deforestation, desertification, terrorism, and many more. All these problems altogether make a grave to peace. True education corresponds the surrounding circumstances with which help in healthy growth of the society. It stimulates the spiritual, intellectual, physical strength of the individual. Gandhi also focused on the education to women. He took up a scheme for basic education in which vocational training and or work experience is utmost important. It stimulates the human mind for creative thinking of manual labor. He thought that such creative thinking should be taken from the primary level to higher level of education. If one take care of me, then the end will take care of himself. If we are worried for the result, then Gandhi also explained this fact by this line. So he also recommended that the education system must be taken to the village. I mean, the university must be taken to the village, and education must be made compulsory, mandatory among the children. There must be no language bound, according to Gandhi, and Gandhi's principle must be followed across the country. Seeing the worth of time, I would now like to conclude my speech that Gandhian principle of education must be followed in this modern era too, because it is very necessary for the development of the society. The quote said by Gandhiji is, by education I mean an all-round drawing of the best in the child or man in the body, mind and spirit. Remember, you may never know what result comes of your action, but if you do nothing, there will be no result. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you so much, Arisha. The next participant is Mohammad Ghalib Hussain.
Ma'am, may I leave?
Yes, you can.
Thank you, ma'am.
Is, yes, you are.
I was on that.
Ghalib, your voice is not clear. Please check your internet connection. Also, please turn on your video.
Ma'am, my video is on. Hello?
Yes, you are audible and visible as well.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. First of all, good evening to everyone. This is Muhammad Ghalib Hussain from class 12 A4 of Sayyid Hamid Senior Secondary School. And as we all know, and we are here to celebrate the nation's holiday and the nation's pride, the Gandhi Jayanti. So I greet you all with a happy Gandhi Jayanti. Without wasting our time, let's come to the point. The Gandhiji's vision of education in India. Gandhiji's vision of education was purely clear, and the domain of the title that has been being given is so broad to be understand that cannot be discussed in just few minutes or in just few sessions. Uh, the Gandhiji's session was the Gandhiji's vision for education in India was purely based on all-round development of the individuals, either mentally, physically, or you can say spiritually. Uh, he believes that education should be accessible to all the societies, all the sectors of the societies, so that everyone could make themselves development in terms of socio-economic or culturally or politically. So these points that that I have listed here, that Gandhiji believes in his vision for the he like uh,
Yeah.
Ghalib, your voice is breaking.
Yes.
I would suggest that you please check your network connection and then resume your speech.
due to hello.
I think that there is internet connection problem. If you get, if your internet connection gets set after some time, we'll continue with you after some time. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Nidhi.
Okay. So we'll move on with the next participant, that is Atib Ahmed.
Yes, ma'am. A very good evening to one and all present here. I, Atib Ahmed of class 12th of AMU City School, want to speak on the topic of Gandhi's vision of education in India. In today's world, education play a pivotal role in the well-being of a country. May social firms talk and work towards the societal development and considered competition as a key to the overall development of a child and so of a nation. Although Gandhi was a bit different opinion, he was not in favor of the represent modern education curriculum copied from Western world. Gandhi's vision of education aimed at all-round development of personality. Accordingly, he gave emphasis on education which leads to develop physical, mental, and social and spiritual power in the child. For him, literacy is neither beginning nor end of education, but is the only mean by which people can educate it. Hence, in the addition to 3 hours of education, he emphasizes for 3 H's: heads, heart, and hands too. He advanced free and compulsory education to all boys and girls of age group 7 to 14 years. He was a strong view that up to primary level medium of education must be to the mother tongue of the learners. Gandhi's ideas and thinking on the education was a novel one. He wanted moral education containing ethic values of truth, nonviolence, charity, patriotism, and others. For him, an education without characters building was in vain. He was a strong opinion that a sound education must be rooted in the country, culture and civilization and should be related to local environment. Indian Indian freedom fighters were fully aware of the drawbacks of Macaulay propagated education system. The country in 1931 at Round Table Conference in London, Gandhi pointed out the ineffective of primary education in India and stressed on educating the children through manual work, not as side activity as prime mean of intellectual activities. At last, on July 31, 1937, Gandhi has published his views regarding education in his weekly Harijans. On 22 October 1937, Indian National Education Conference was held at Wardha under this leadership, in which the resolution education in national context was passed. A committee head Dr. Zakir Hussain, then the principal of Jamia Millia and the later on third president of President Indian Republic formulated the education plan on the basis of resolution which have been popularized as Bunyadi Shiksha. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you so much, Adib. The next participant is Zaina Fatima.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. So, a very cheerful evening to all of you. I am Zaina Fatima of AMU ABK Girls High School, and today I am here to deliver my speech on the topic Gandhi's vision of education in India. So, here I start. Okay, before starting, I want to ask one thing. Like, what is meant by education according to Mahatma Gandhi? Why he was so particular about educating each and every Indian, and why he wants everyone to get educated in every possible way? Well, we'll get on these topics later, but first of all, I'll introduce our beloved father of the nation. So, Mahatma Gandhi, that is Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, was born on 2nd October 1869 at Porbandar, Gujarat. He was an Indian lawyer, a political leader, and an anti-colonial nationalist. He was the one who led numerous non-violent movements against British rule for India's independence. But, moreover, he was an educational thinker. He was the one who wanted to establish a society free from all discrimination and exploitation, and he thought education to for the weapon of this. His philosophy of education was the outcome of the lifelong social, political, and economic life of the country. Now, let's talk about the meaning of education according to Mahatma Gandhi. So, according to Mahatma Gandhi, education was the well-being of for the political, social, and economic well-being of an individual. Reading and writing are the means of education, but they are not all. To Gandhiji, education was not worthy if they can't make a boy or a girl a good citizen. The main of getting educated is the main aim of getting educated is to get our heart and body purified and to establish a society free from all discrimination, caste system, and exploitation. And he wanted education to be like that. So the only person who is educated is the one who has learned how to learn and education were unique, and it's obvious that they have to be unique because he himself was the unique person. In fact, British termed him as the exceptional personality on earth, and yeah, he was. So he was the first Indian who advocated the scheme of education and related to the Indian culture and civilization, the method and teachings advocated by him and the environment he prescribed revolutionized the Indian thinking and the Indian people. So, and also the way of their
I want Yogesh Kumari to turn off the mic, and this should not be repeated again.
And here, idealism is the base of Gandhiji's philosophy. And Gandhiji wants non-violence, truth, and moral value to teach in every school because he wants everyone to achieve the ultimate truth of self-realization. Now, as everyone is having one or two aims in their life, in the same way Gandhiji too was having. He wants Indian education to be highly respectable, to be highly educated, and to be so well in very well mannered that every Indian should be civilized. And for this he introduced many ways and many methods, but there are literally numerous methods that I can't mention all, as it is said that he was a great soul person, as it is said that he is Mahatma. So I can't mention all. And at last but not the least, he was I only wanted to say that Mahatma Gandhi was not only the only person who raised his voice for our country's independence. There were really numerous persons who fought for our country's independence and sacrificed their life. Like I'll give some examples such as Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad, Mangal Pandey, etc. There were many. But why only Mahatma Gandhi gained so much importance? Why only he is the father of the nation? I really don't know the reason, but I must say the reason must be this special because he was special, he was great soul person, and he was the exceptional personality on earth. That's why it is said that दे दी हमें आजादी बिना खड़क बिना ढाल साबरमती के संत तूने कर दिया कमाल आंधी में भी जलती रही गांधी तेरी मशाल साबरमती के संत तूने कर दिया कमाल. So that's all. Thanks you for the cooperation. I hope you like it.
Excuse me.
Yes, please.
And this is the English speech, not Hindi. So
You don't need to take care of that. We'll see to it.
yes, ma'am. Sorry.
We will judge on that basis. Don't worry about that.
Yes.
Okay, so the next participant is Gaurav Sen. Is Gaurav present here? I think he's not.
No, he's not.
Okay, so we'll move on to the next participant, that is Arish Khan. I think that he's also not present. Okay, so the next participant is Gauri Shankar Sharma. Okay, I think that Gauri is also not present. The next participant is Mohammad Azam.
Ma'am, he's not also present.
Okay. The next participant is Mohammad Altamash. Is Altamash present?
No, Nidhi.
Okay. Mohammad Faisal Alam. Mohammad Saad Shahnawaz. Saad Shahnawaz is here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
May I start?
Yes.
Honorable Judge and all my dear friends, Assalamu alaikum and a very good evening to all of you. I'm Mohammad Sasha Nawaz of Class 12 from Sayyid Hamid Senior Secondary School. And today, on the occasion of Gandhi Jayanti, I will be speaking about Mahatma Gandhi's vision of education. What is education? Education means the process of continuous enrichment and development of human personality by various means. Gaining knowledge is one of the ways to enrich our minds. Mahatma Gandhi's vision of education was both practical and dynamic, with strong spiritualistic orientation, a powerful weapon to bring about a silent revolution in mankind. His vision of education was different from those prevalent during his days. Mahatma Gandhi disapproved of the then prevalent educational methods as defective and emphasized the need to make crafts and vocations as means of education. He emphasized the importance of the following principles in his methods of teaching. To achieve mental development, training of senses and parts of the body should be given utmost importance. Reading should precede the teaching of writing. Before teaching of alphabets, art training should be given. Correlation should be established in the teaching methods and learning experiences. Teaching through creative and productive activities, learning by self-experiences. These were the following principles emphasized by Mahatma Gandhi in his methods of teaching. Mahatma Gandhi said, and I quote, "By education, I mean an all-round drawing out of the best in child and man, body, mind, and spirit. Gandhi's contribution to education is unique. He was the first Indian who advocated a scheme of education based upon the essential values of Indian culture and civilization. Gandhi's philosophy of education is naturalistic in its setting, idealistic in its aim, and pragmatic in its method. So, his philosophy of education is a harmonious blending of idealism, naturalism, and pragmatism. Gandhi's idea on education was very innovative. His idea of education was so unique that even nowadays it is being promoted by many countries and, of course, India. Thus, Gandhian education scheme is very relevant today. The only need is to give it more attention and chance. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you so much, Saad. The next participant is Sarim Kunen. I think that Sarim is also not present.
Ma'am, can I deliver my speech?
Can you wait till your chance?
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you. Since Sarim Kunen is not present, the next participant is Fawaz Beg.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are.
Let me know if I'm not able in between.
Okay, I will.
Okay. Good evening and assalamu alaikum to everyone. My name is Fawaz Beg of class 12 at Syed Hamid Senior Secondary School. I am very thankful to IEE for giving me such a golden chance to speak about our father of our nation on the occasion of Gandhi Jayanti. So let's start. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. This is one of the most popular quote of Mahatma Gandhi. Most powerful weapons achieve. By its
Fawaz,
use,
you are
one
not
can
audible clearly.
Your voice is breaking.
Okay, let me start once again. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. This is one of the most popular quote of Mahatma Gandhi. By this quote of he wanted to lighten up the fact that education is the most powerful weapon that one can achieve. By its use, one can defeat all the oppressors, and the weak ones are those who can't manage to educate themselves. As we all know, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi was born on 2nd October 1869 at Porbandar in Gujarat. He achieved his higher education of law in London for 3 years, and then he went to South Africa as a legal consultant. He laid his focus on the practical and curriculum activities rather than the learning the subjects thoroughly. According to him, teaching should be productive. Children should do extracurricular activities like art, craft, singing, and physical activities, etc. There should be lectures, questioning, and discussion sessions to be held regularly. Our mother tongue should be given extra importance. More opportunities should be given learning by doing. Focus should be there by learning through experience. To achieve mental development, training of senses. Gandhiji was the first Indian who advocated a scheme of education based upon the above mentioned essential ideas. The method of teaching suggested by Gandhiji is highly pragmatic and pedagogic, but today's education system is fully contradicted as that of Gandhiji. Today, the more importance is given to theoretical subjects, but the education system is changing gradually. The government is trying to lay down the stress on practical activities. According to Gandhiji, education is the all-round drawing out the best in child mind, body, mind, and spirit. Indian fighters at that time were fully aware of the drawbacks of theoretical system in the country of India. In 1931, at Round Table Conference in London, Gandhiji pointed out the ineffectiveness of primary education in India and stressed on the education through manual work. He also titled Bunyadi Shiksha to Students for Education. His works were legible and ideal regarding to education. At last, I want to end my speech by saying some golden words that an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you so much, Fawaz. The next participant is Minazul Haq. I think that he's not present here. The next participant is Haris Khan.
He is not here.
Okay, the next participant is Mohammad Mudassir Ali.
Good afternoon, good evening, ma'am. I am Mohammad Mudassir Ali from class 12th, and I am currently pursuing class 12th from Sayyid Hamid Senior Secondary School, plus 2. So today I am here.
You are not audible. Bhumika, is he audible?
No.
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 He is muted now.
Yes. Oh, now he has left the meeting. I think that he'll join again.
Ma'am, am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So, a very warm and cheerful good evening to all on this auspicious occasion of Gandhi Jayanti. First of all, I would like to thank IEEE for giving me this golden chance to speak on this auspicious occasion of Gandhi Jayanti. Today, and I am currently pursuing class 12th from Sayyid Hamid Senior Secondary School, plus 2. Today, I am here to speak on Gandhi's vision of education in India. As he said, what is really needed to make democracy function is not knowledge of facts, but right education. He mainly focused on the basic education, which he called Bunyadi Shiksha. Mahatma Gandhi believed that the true meaning of education is the development of an individual in every aspect, be it health, skills, high moral values, and good character, thereby an ideal personality. In short, by education, he meant the overall development of a personality. So he wanted that every single Indian has access to education and thus rolled out policies with other members of the government to accomplish this. He believed that education should be done by practical activities along with the learning of facts and not just the learning of facts and figures. And the things that are taught to the students should be connected with the environment of the students, and it should be based on innovative approach, integrated learning, and skill-based curriculum. The mother tongue be used because it will make more number of people to understand the things that is being taught, and he wanted the education system such that it will make the best out of an individual. The education policy that he laid out was based on these ideas which I've mentioned already, and the education policy which he gave out from that, some points are this: that education should be free and no child is failed as it will demoralize him or her. And the third point which I have took here is that to make the child an ideal citizen and the mother language be used, and teaching should be practical and not abstract, and let the students learn by discovering. And also he emphasized that music and drawing be introduced to students because it increases the output. I mean, it makes a good impact. He once said that the object of basic education is the physical, intellectual, and moral development of children through the medium of handicraft. I would like to end my speech with the saying of Mahatma Gandhi: by education, by education, I mean an all-round drawing out of the best in the child and man body, mind, and spirit. Thank you, and have a nice evening. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Mudassir. The next participant I would like to call is Abu Saad Khan. I think that Abu Saad is not present here. So we'll move on to the next participant, that is Adil Hamid.
He is also not present.
Okay. Next participant is Bilal Ansari. Okay, Bilal is not present. The next participant is Tuba Firdaus.
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible and visible too.
Okay, ma'am. If I'm not, then please tell me in
Yes.
the middle. Okay. Good evening to everyone present here. Today I'm going to speak on the topic Mahatma Gandhi's view of education in India. So, Gandhiji, the founder of basic education in India, with the slogan Basic Education for All. Basic education is a principle which states that knowledge and work are not separate. Education is essential for all for the attainment of the goal of peace. It can be attained through morality and ethics. According to Gandhiji, education is the realization of the best in man, body, soul, and spirit. He mentioned that education must be based on ethics and morality. Gandhiji's advice for free and compulsory education for all the boys and the girls between the age of 7 and 14 years. Education should install at the primary level in the student's mother tongue. According to Gandhiji, basic education is related to the basic needs and interest of the education for the development of a child. Aims of Gandhian education was to educate the students on the craft which should enable them to solve the problems of their livelihood and at the same time develop qualities of good citizenship. A free primary universal education is to be imparted to all the children. This will make the backbone of the country strong. He stood out in sharp contrast to the common understanding of the concept and function of education as knowledge of letters and of reading, writing, and arithmetics as the basic constituents of primary education. The basic objective of meaningful education was to generate the potential in children to create a new world order. This Gandhiji felt was possible by way of engaging in socially useful labor, that is, labor in service of welfare of humankind. The idea formed the basis of Nai Talim, which was conceptualized in a way that would involve a harmonious development of the body, mind, and soul. The process incorporated involvement in craft and industry as a medium of education. For Gandhiji, character building should be the basic of any educational system. He said, be the change you want to see in the world. Thank you all. Have a good day.
Thank you so much, Tuba. The next participant I would like to call is Muhammad Mustaqim Alam.
Is it also audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are audible and visible as well.
Okay, ma'am. An education without character building is in vain. With these words of M.K. Gandhi, good evening to respected juries, teachers, and my dear colleague. I, Muhammad Mustaqim Alam from Sayyid Hamid Senior Secondary School, is in front of you all to deliver a speech on Gandhi's vision of education. First of all, I would like to express the importance of education. What are the importance of education? Why it is so important? As we all know that education plays a vital role in well-being of a country. As highly a society is educated, as much that reason is said to be developed. Gandhi's vision of education aimed at all-round development of a personality, not only academics or the bookish knowledge. Accordingly, he gave emphasis on education, which leads to develop physical, mental, social, and spiritual power in the children. For him, literacy is neither the beginning of education nor the end of education, but it is the only means by which we can educate peoples. Here, in addition of the 3 hours of education, and what are the 3 hours of education? As we all know that the 3 hours of education are reading, writing, and the arithmetics. He emphasized on the 3 H's of the education. And what are those 3 H's of education? It is the 3 H's of education is head, heart, and hand. He developed free and compulsory education for all boys and the girls of age group 7 to 14 years. He was of a strong view that up to primary level, the medium of education should be in the mother tongue of learning. Gandhiji launched Bunyadi Shiksha program, which took final shape in the 1946 conference. The word Bunyadi has been derived from Bunyad, which means foundation on. There are many features of Bunyadi Shiksha program, but I would like to emphasize on some of the few features because of time problem. So some of those important features are free and compulsory education for age group 7 to 14 years. The curriculum should be of 8 years. Medium of instruction should be in mother's tongue, and the study of Hindi should be compulsory. Cleanliness, health, citizenship, work, and workplace and recreation should be given proper emphasis. After independence, Bunyadi Shiksha program was accepted as the national education policy of India. Learning through doing and earning while learning was the motto of Gandhi's vision. He advocated that a student should resort to the manual work rather than bookish language. With these words of MK Gandhi, I am thanking you all for giving your precious time for my speech. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mustaqim. Now I would like to address those two students who were facing some internet issue. First is Yuvraj Singh. Is Yuvraj present? I think that he has left the meeting. Okay, the second participant was Mohammad Ghalib Hussain.
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
Okay, let me start again. Good evening, everyone. This is Mohammad Ghalib Hussain from class 12th A4 of Syed Hamid Senior Secondary School, and currently I am pursuing PCM. Let me start. ये जो आज़ादी की खुशहाली है मेरे देश में, ये जो आज़ादी की खुशहाली है मेरे देश में, देन है चंद गांधी जैसों की, देन है चंद गांधी जैसों की, जो महात्मा है बापू के भेष में, जो महात्मा है बापू के भेष में.
His voice is breaking again.
Yes.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So, without wasting our time, due to some weather conditions, the network is too poor. So, let me do it as quick as I can. Let's come to the point. The Gandhiji's vision of education in India.
Ghalib, you can put off your camera and then you can, speak. Probably you will be able to speak. Okay, you put off your camera. That would be more, easily you are able to then put off your camera and then speak. Okay?
Hello, Ghalib?
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. You can turn off your camera, then speak.
Okay. Thank you for cooperating.
Okay,
so,
that's okay.
Let me clear those vision of Gandhi is so good to be understand. It cannot be discussed in given time frame of few minutes. I tried his vision of education, its system in India, 7 sentences and words. Your development of the individuals, mentally, physically, intellectually.
Ghalib, your voice is breaking again.
Ma'am, hello.
Hello. Okay, now he is not audible properly.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, able.
Organizer, so you can just ask him to, just record his voice and then send it to you. That would be, we can give him a chance. He wishes to, speak. So you can ask him to record his speech and then he can send it to you. What I feel.
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
You can do that.
Yes, ma'am.
That would be much appropriate because we can, think of the conditions, especially saying that there is raining. So probably he must be facing some kind of issues there. So you can ask him if he can send within 5 or 10 minutes. So we can consider that. We can listen to that sound.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure, ma'am. We'll do that. Galib, you have to record your speech, and you have to send it in 10 minutes. And I think, okay, WhatsApp number. Bhumika, should I give my WhatsApp number?
I will provide my.
Okay. Okay, Galib. So, okay, Bhumika has given the number. You have to send the recording in 10 minutes on that number. It will be considered. Okay. Okay, so I think that we are done with all the participants. Now I would like to address the judge, that is Dr. Shirley Verghese ma'am, to give her views on all the speeches.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Shall I start? Or there's someone else also? Is any other
Okay.
participant?
I think, yes, please.
I'm left.
Your name is not there in the list. I think that you have not registered.
That's mean the resume ma'am has given my name. I'm from Mindosalpur. STS Mindosalpur.
Okay, since now you have come, you can speak.
Thank you.
Okay. Hello, Taj, am I audible to you?
Hello?
Am I audible to you?
Yes, yes.
Okay, you can start with your speech.
Good evening to everyone present here. I am Taj Alam, a student of Sayyidina Tahir Saifuddin School, STS AMU Aligarh. I would like to represent a speech on this auspicious occasion of Gandhi Jayanti on the topic Gandhiji's vision on education in India. Education. Education plays a vital role in the well-being of a country. The pathway of human development goes through the lanes of education. As highly a society is educated, so much developed that region is said to be. Gandhiji's vision on education aimed at overall development of personality. Hence, Gandhiji gave emphasis on education which led to develop physical, mental, social, and spiritual powers within the child. Gandhiji advocated free and compulsory learning to all boys and girls of age group 7 to 14 years under the Article of 21A of Constitution of India. Gandhiji had strong views that up to the primary level, medium of education must be the mother tongue of the learners. Gandhiji's ideas and thoughts on the education was noble one. Gandhiji wanted moral education containing ethical values of trust, truth, non-violence, charity, patriotism, and many other values within a child. For Gandhiji, an education without character building was in vain. Now, I would like to recite a motto: learning through doing and earning while learning. I repeat, learning through doing and earning while learning was the motto of Gandhiji's vision of education. Gandhiji advocated that students should resort to manual work as against mere bookish knowledge. Gandhiji emphasized on vocational and functional education to increase efficiency within the students, which ultimately will be helpful in making Indian villages self-reliant and self-sufficient. And here I come to the end of my speech. Thank you so much and have a nice day ahead and a very happy Gandhi Jayanti to everyone present here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Taj. Now, finally, I would like to address the judge, Dr. Shirley Varghese ma'am, to know her views after listening to all the speeches.
Many congratulations to the organizers and the IE. I would, what I have seen among all the students is that you all are winners. I realize that many of you spoke. It's good that when we participate in any kind of competitions, it gives you an enhancement, a kind of where you feel yourself encouraged, equipped yourself to face the world. Not like others who thought somewhere that they are not participating. It's good to participate. Naturally, there would be three winners, but never take up things that you are not a winner. You are a winner in your own eyes, in front of you. You can think that you participated. That's the spirit, because a journey of 1,000 miles begin with a single step. Coming to the your speech, what is actually speech? I would like to tell you that in the words of Aristotle, he had a perception, or you can say a concept, which is known as ethos. Ethos means credibility. And this credibility is the perception what you have perceived about the topic. So naturally, in any speech, you have a point which you have to come up, which you have to, prove. That point is naturally a thing that is, you have what your findings is the most credible one. Your credibility is shown by the way you speak. What I found, some of the imperfection which in the future you should never repeat is, first thing is, you know look at the audience. Your speech is something, your audience, it's related to your audience. So one thing which I found out, that many of you are just reading. Speech is not reading. It's, you have to put up the point. You have to give the credibility that the ideas which you have perceived are true and 100%. So this one point I want to raise. The next thing is your tone. Majority of you, it was like just a la, 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 no tone. एक खूबसूरती होती है जब आप एक चीज बोलते हैं, the way you talk, how are you, और वहीं हम अगर बोले how are you, so the tone also matters in a speech. When you especially go for the historical, especially with the Greeks, and how did they went in for these kind of speech competitions. There was a particular point which you have to prove. बिल्कुल आप समझ लीजिए, when you are you are like a lawyer, you have to prove your point. That is the speech, right? The third is structure, the content. Just taking down from the internet and reading it, what you have perceived. It's just like what has been already being being cooked up, and you are just putting up the things. No, what you have perceived, what's your own point of view. So conclusion is also necessary. Okay, you have taken help from the internet, but doesn't mean that you have to just read it and just put in the front of the audience. No, your own point of view matters, right? And the thing I would like, that I would congratulate that you all have come up. That's the confidence. That's the confidence that the next thing, the next level, definitely you're going to come up with flying colors. So these are the imperfections which you need to, make up yourself. Yeah, try to read up things, and then take up a conclusion, which is your own point of view. What you have, what you try to prove, right? These are my observations. And okay, so thank you so much, IE, for inviting me, right?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes,
मैम मेरा टर्न नहीं हुआ है मैम अभी.
I think you have not also registered in that in the form.
May I start?
No, actually, now we are winding up the session, you can set the recording like Galib is doing. You can send, and I think Yuvraj has also joined now. He was also facing problem due to internet connection. Yuvraj, am I audible to you? I think that I'm not audible to him. Yuvraj, if you are able to hear me, you can also send the voice recording. Only these three people can send the voice recording. Yuvraj, Galib, and I think the third one. Okay, so I would like to thank ma'am for coming at a very short notice. And also, now I would like to address Syed Mehdi Kazmi to present the vote of thanks.
Hello and Assalamu alaikum. I am Syed Mehdi Kazim, member of IEEE Student Branch, AMU. I am truly honored to deliver vote of thanks for this amazing session on behalf of our branch. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Shirley ma'am for sparing her valuable time. It's so great to have you here, ma'am. Thank you. I hope we will be connected in future too, inshallah. I would like to thank our patient and sincere audience for joining us today. I hope you guys have gained a lot from the session. And lastly, a big shout out to the IEEE Student Branch AMU for conducting such a great event. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kazim. So, guys, we have an announcement for you that on the occasion of IEEE week, we are organizing various events in this week, and we also organizing a motivational lecture by Dr. Salma Shaheen ma'am, and uh, on tomorrow at 12 p.m. Is my screen is visible?
Yes, it is.
Yes, ma'am. So guys, I request you all, please join this session. You will also gain more knowledge about the engineering and about the importance of engineering in present scenario. Don't forget to register, and you will also get this poster on our social media handles, and I will also share in the chat box. Just wait a minute. So here is the link of the tomorrow's session. Please join us, and please share with your friends and classmates so they can also join this session. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
We are going to end this meet.
Thank you, ma'am.
You can also leave the session.
मैम रिजल्ट कब आएगा मैम?
In a 1 or 2 day, we will mail you about the results, and we will also mail your certificate of participation as well.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, right?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, my pleasure.
दीदी एक क्वेरी है